students of Thakur Vidya Mandir High School and Junior College. Keeping up with our motto, let learning be a joy and teaching a pleasure. Here we are with remote teaching and learning process to bridge the gap. Happy learning, students. A warm welcome to all the students of Standard 8. Today we shall continue with our English Unit 4. We have completed Unit 4.1 and today we shall start and begin with our new prose chapter, Unit 4.2. Hello students, I, Miss Daisel De Silva, teacher of Thakur Vidya Mandir High School and Junior College, will be teaching you all this Unit 4.2 of our English textbook topic, and the topic of our prose is Revolutionary Steps in Surgery. Now you all must be thinking, what is the meaning of revolutionary? Revolutionary means something, a change, okay, a total dramatic change or sudden change that has taken place. It can be all around our world. The meaning of revolutionary is a dramatic change. So today we are going to study a dramatic change that has taken place in surgery. Everyone, please open your English textbook to page number 82. Revolutionary steps in surgery. The meaning of surgery is, in short, is operation. Okay, and as I have mentioned earlier, the meaning of revolutionary means dramatic change. Okay, so today's lesson is all about surgery and how over the period of time this surgery has taken up its advanced changes in the fields of science. So earlier, as we know that we did not have advanced technologies and therefore we were lacking behind in regards of this advancement. But after 19th century, we see that there is this change that has taken place, which has led to advancement of technologies, phones, communications, education, and so on. So one of the advancements that we are going to study today is surgery. Surgery dates back to as early as 600 BC. So in India, this surgery date started as early as 600 BC. Sushruta Samhita is one of the oldest works in the world dealing with surgery. So a girl named Sushruta Samhita, she is one of the oldest known person who is dealing with surgery. It indicates that Sushruta was probably the first surgeon to perform surgical operations, that is plastic surgery. Later, some ancient surgeons performed tooth extraction and bloodletting. So in the early as 600 BC, there was one girl named Sushruta Samhita. She was dealing with this surgery and she was probably the first surgeon to perform a surgical operation of plastic surgery. And then later on we see that there are many other people coming from ancient surgeons who perform tooth extraction. Tooth extraction means you all can say If there is a problem in your tooth, they extract it, they remove it out. And bloodletting. Bloodletting means draining out blood. Okay. Major surgery could not develop for centuries because of lack of knowledge and technology. As I mentioned earlier that we did not have so much development because of lack of knowledge, lack of technology. The doctors had to cut open the part of the body that was not healthy, remove it or set right that part. So during those times, the doctor had to cut the open part wherever that infection or wherever that part is not healthy. They used to remove it or set some right that part. They used to check which part is not healthy and accordingly they used to replace. This would involve a lot of pain to the patients. As I mentioned earlier, during the earlier times, we did not have those many advanced technologies that we have today. And therefore, during the past times, we see that when doctor used to cut some part of injury or some part of body which was unhealthy, the patient whose part they used to cut, they used to suffer a lot of pain. Okay, this involved a lot of pain to the patients. General anesthesia like ether or chloroform developed only from mid 19th century, making painless surgical operations possible and successful. So you all heard about this anesthetic or chloroform, which is very helpful for the patient when patient is doing some surgery. Mostly the doctors inject this patient with anesthesia so that they cannot feel the pain while operating, while doctors operate. The meaning of anesthesis means it is a substance that makes one feel no pain. So once they inject that, the patient who is lying on that bed for operation, he or she does not feel that pain because of this anesthetics, because it is a substance which it's like a drug like structure substance. Okay, and once that is injected, the patient no more feel the pain. Modern techniques are used nowadays for anesthesia. General anesthesia benumbs the whole body and it is used for surgery of any region of the body. Benumbs means it makes the body numb so that the patient who is lying on the bed does not feel that pain. So nowadays we see that in modern technology most of the doctors use this anesthesia so that the patient lying on the bed does not feel the pain anymore while operating, and it can be injected in any part of the body where that operation is taking place so that that particular part stays numb. Okay, general anesthesia benumbs the whole body and it is used for surgery for any region of the body. For local anesthesia are injected into the surgical spot or any area near nerves. So wherever that operation is taking place, over there a particular nerves, they inject that anesthesia in that particular area or particular surgical spot so that that particular person doesn't feel the pain. For example, if you all have any teeth problem, or if you all are doing root canal, so you all see that the dentist inject anesthesia so that you all don't feel the pain while doing that teeth surgery or any surgery that you all do. I hope you all understood this third paragraph. It is telling about how this surgery concept began, who started, and over the period of time we did not have so much advanced technologies, and we see today we have most of the facilities that we need, and we so that people don't feel the pain that they used to feel during the past times. And therefore it is telling us that slowly over the period of time we have these advancements taking place in our in India. And therefore it is very important in these three passages we have got a small message that always try to be out of the box, always try something innovative that will be helpful for the future. Always there should be, you all should always have this patience in your mind. If you want to achieve some things, you all need to start working so that one day you will get what you want. Okay, let's move ahead.
Before we move ahead, I just want to give you a meaning of this word, second paragraph, the fourth line. Remove it or set right that part. Set right that part means to make something accurate or to make it look like it is there in a proper way. Okay, so the meaning of set right that part means to make something accurate or fair. Okay, so the doctors, when the doctor cut down that particular part of the body that is unhealthy, they remove it out and they fix it as accurate as they can. Okay, now let's move ahead.
Over the years now, revolutionary steps have been taken in different types of complicated surgery, and these have made such operations successful. So now over the years, we see that there were this advanced changes, advanced steps taken place in different complicated surgeries, and this have made such operations successful. Let us start with cardiac surgery. Now, what is cardiac surgery? It is related to the heart surgery, any heart problems. Okay, so the meaning of cardiac surgery means heart surgery. Okay, so let us start with cardiac surgery. Today, if you need to have a heart surgery, you can choose from many fine doctors. However, before 1893, this type of surgery was unknown. Doctors did not have modern medical tools and procedures essential for heart surgery. In those days, heart patients were treated with sedatives and they unusually did not survive. Okay, so now they started with one surgery known as the cardiac surgery, which is also known as a heart surgery. And today, if you all search on your Google about the best doctors for cardiac surgery, you all will get list of names of various doctors who have qualified in this particular subject, and you all can go anywhere for the treatment. But previously, around in 1893, people did not have that options where they can search for a good doctor, and therefore doctors did not have that modern medical tools and procedures where they can have essential means very effective or effective heart surgery so that the people can get cured. In those days, heart patients were treated with sedatives. Sedatives means substance that makes someone sleep. It is a substance that makes someone sleep. Okay, and they unusually did not survive. So even though if they used to give this treatment with sedatives, we see that most of the patients did not survive during those times. So then in 1893, we had a person named as Daniel Hale Williams, a young African American surgeon, attempted a new medical technique in order to save a patient's life. So then This all this I was talking earlier had happened before 1893, where there were not medical tools and procedures. But we see after 1893. After 1893, we have a well-known person named as Daniel Hale William, who was a young African American surgeon who used to attempt this medical technique so that people could so that in order to save patients' life. A patient known as James Cornish was suffering from a various serious knife wound. The knife had cut an artery less than an inch from his heart and punctured the pericardium, the sac around the blood. Dr. William, with 6 staff doctors, performed a complicated and daring operation. Dr. William became the first surgeon to save his patients by successfully repairing the human heart. So, one of the patients named as James Cornish, he was suffering from an various serious knife wound. So, this knife had cut his artery less than an inch from his heart, and that has punctured the pericardium, that means the sac around the blood. Okay, and this Dr. William, with almost 6 of his doctor, had performed this complicated operation, and Dr. William was successful in repairing the human heart. And we see that it was Dr. William who made it possible for this James Cornish to survive with his 6 more staff so that he can live more. So we see that over the period of time, even though there were no facilities, we see that some people who are interested, who used to study, came up over the period of time and they tried to save many lives. Okay, and you all know if you all just get a small cut, how much painful it is. And just imagine if you get a wound on your chest where your heart pumps blood for you all. It can be so dangerous, and therefore even teachers tell you all that don't play with this rounder or something sharp object like pencil or pen, so that it can, if you all get hurt, it is so difficult for you all to get recovered, for anyone to get recovered. So always teacher tells you all to be careful while playing so that you all don't get hurt. Because just imagine if you cut your finger with a knife, so much amount of blood comes out. Just imagine if you get hurt anywhere, that can lose so much blood. So always be very careful while playing. Okay.
Also, the meaning of pericardium means it is there are layers on in our heart. So that layer was been hurted by that knife. Okay, so that is known as pericardium. Okay, where, as mentioned in the picture, to reach the particular heart there are a lot of layers. Okay, and that layers is known as pericardium. And we see that how essential this cardiac surgery has. It needs so much of observation, minute details, because it's very important that our heart pumps blood. If our heart stops pumping blood, then we might not be alive, and therefore we always need to be very careful on our each and every move that we take in our life. Okay.
Now, many more advanced techniques are used in this specialty to deal with heart complications. Open heart surgery, which can help to repair heart defects, heart valves, or even replace them. In is also performed successful. With proper measures, patients can recover from cardiac surgery faster than they did before. So the meaning of valves over here is device from allowing the flow in one direction only. So there is a device known as heart valves where it just allows the flowing in only one particular direction so that it can clear that particular part of blood, or whether it can refill the blood of that particular patient's blood group. So we see that nowadays we have many technologies, many techniques, many advanced technologies which are helpful for this kind of operation, this kind of complication operation, where one can even do open heart surgery. And we see that because of this advancement, people can recover more faster as compared to the earlier times. And we see that this kind of advancement is so helpful because many of the lives are being saved. Okay, neurosurgery is another recent specialty to have received recognition since the early 90s. It is concerned with the treatment of disorder of the nerve system. So now we are talking more about, now we finished talking about cardiac surgery. Now we will talk about a neurosurgery. The meaning of neurosurgery is a surgery that treats diseases and disorders of brain and spinal cord. Okay, so this is a kind of a treatment used to uh, make sure that people get back to normal, and it is a disease and a disorder of brain and spinal cord. So nowadays we see that this also surgery has been popped up, and we are aware about it. We have heard about it in our surroundings. Neurosurgeons operate on the brain, the spine, or the nerves. They can treat patients of all ages, from the newborn to the elderly who have suffered a stroke. So this type of surgery can be is operated on the brain, the spine, or the nerves, and this treatment uh, can be treated to any patient who is been going through this type of pain, even though if it is a newborn baby or an elderly who has suffered from a stroke. Okay, then let's move ahead. Harvey Harvey Cushing, 1896 to 1939, is considered to be the father of the modern neurological surgery. So we have a famous known person known as Harvey Cushing. He was the father of modern neurological surgery. In the early parts of the 20th century, he developed basic techniques and instruments for operating on the brain as a distinct and instruments for operating on the brain as a distinct surgical specialty. So we see that in the early part of the 20th century, means 19th to 20th century, he had developed basic techniques, basic instruments, so that it will be very helpful while operating the brain as a distance surgical specialty, so that it will be helpful for any doctor to have a treatment with this type of instruments. Crushing dramatically reduced the mortality rate of neurosurgery from 90% to less than 10%. By the time of this retirement in 1937, he had successfully removed more than 2,000 tumors. So first let's look at the meaning. Dramatic means suddenly and successfully, and mortality means death rates, especially a large scale, and tumor means abnormal extract growth. Y'all have heard about this tumors that bees there in your brain or any part of the body. So around in 1937, this person named as Harvey has removed almost 2,000 tumors, and it is a great success for this, because during those times they were this type of surgery was not being known. And when Harvey, uh, who is considered as the father of modern neurological surgery, he came up with this different instruments so that it will be helpful while operating the brain, and so that people don't feel the pain. And this type of, you all can say, this type of surgery can be successfully uh, won, and people can cure fast. And this person, Harvey Cushing, had dramatically reduced the he has reduced the death rate. Mortality means he has reduced the death rate for neurosurgery from 90% to less than 10%. So over during those time there were 90% of people who used to die due to this neuro surgery, because uh, there were not many equipments and instruments help. And it was because of Harvey who reduced down this weight, because of his various inventions, because of his various instruments that he had come up with. And he by the time he retired in 1937, he had removed almost 2000 tumors. Okay. Let's move ahead with our lesson. I forgot to mention you all about this very important information, that this lesson is written by an anonymous person. We don't know who exactly is the author of this lesson who gave us this beautiful lesson. Okay. The main reason that the mortality rate has been high before was blood loss. Among Cushing's significant achievements are the methods he developed to stem this blood loss by inventing a clip called silver clip or Cushing's clip. So we get to know that the main reason why people used to die during the earlier times was because of this blood loss. They used to lose a lot of blood, and therefore we have this Harvey Cushing who developed an very important he developed a clip. With the help of that clip, not most the blood can be controlled, the flow of blood can be controlled, and therefore he invented a clip called as a silver clip or Cushing clip. So with that clip, only exact portion wherever that infection is happened, or whether that particular part is unhealthy, only that particular part can be cut with that silver clip. Okay. Thus neurosurgery is one of the most cutting edges in the world of surgery and medicine. So we get to know that uh, neurosurgery is one of the latest development we have got to see in the world of surgery and medicine. What is a robotic surgery? Now we will study what exactly is a robotic surgery. It is a surgery carried by minimum surgical instruments. Okay, it is a surgery that is carried by minimum surgical instruments. Okay. Robotic surgery is a type of minimally invasive surgery. Minimally invasive means that instead of operating on patient through large incisions, use is made of miniaturized surgical instruments. So instead of using large instruments, instead of using this surgical cut made in skins or flesh, there are this small um, miniature scales which is very helpful, so that they can have this surgery in a successful manner. So we see that instead of using this large incisions, that is a surgical cut made in the skin or flesh, we use this small miniaturized, which is very small in size, equipments or instruments, which is used for this surgery, which can be helpful for any surgery, and that fit through a series of quarter-inch incisions. So when performing a surgery with the Da Vinci, we have a surgeon named Da Vinci, the world's most advanced surgical robot. These miniaturized instruments are mounted on three separate robotic arms, allowing the surgeon maximum range of motion and precision. Precision means accuracy, and mountains means setup. So we have a surgeon known as Da Vinci. He was the most famous, and he was the one who advanced this surgical robot. So mostly during this time, the basic information of robotic surgery means that this surgery is been taken place by mechanism. It is been held by it is not the human beings who is operating, it is a machine. Okay, it is a machine who is operating the patient, so that the patient does not get harm. And as mentioned earlier, that this robotic surgery is carried out using a mechanical arms. Okay, and it is controlled by the surgeon. Okay, the person controls him, but it is being conducted by this robot and bearing surgical instruments and cameras, especially to avoid the need of large inclusions. So this robotic surgery is very useful, so that the robot is assisted, okay, and allows the doctor to perform any type of complex procedures. Okay, if there is any complexity, if the case is very complicated, the robot has this cameras where they can go deep down and they can check which part of the body is been affected. Okay, the Da Vinci fourth arm contains a magnified high definition 3D camera that guides the surgeon during the procedure. So this Da Vinci, he was more advanced, and he mounted and he set up with this robotic surgery, where this this instrument had these three separate robotic arms, and each had its own functions during the procedure of surgery. And we see that the fourth arm that he contains was a magnified means enlarged high 3D camera that guides the surgeon doing the procedure. Okay, so this robotic surgery is very useful, so that whatever the doctor cannot see deep, this robotic has its feature which contains a 3D camera where he can actually go deep and see what exactly problem the patient is having, and it is controlled by the surgeon. Okay, it is controlled by the doctor. Okay, the surgeon contains these instruments and the camera from a console located in the operating room. Placing his fingers into the master control, he is able, I'll continue, he is able to operate all four arms of the Da Vinci. So we see that what is the meaning of a console? A combination of display input devices and control mechanism used for controlling a robot. Now robotic surgery is a robot himself who is doing the surgery, but it is controlled. It is controlled by the doctor. Okay, and in him there are these different devices and input devices, so it can control the mechanism and it can control the robot accordingly, so that the doctor can use proper medication, proper treatment while doing any kind of surgery. If that case is very complicated, the robotic surgery is been taken place, so that it can be helpful and we can get a good picture what exactly which part of body is exactly been affected by this. Okay, so first we got to study, we learned about a cardiac surgery, then we studied about a neuro surgery, and now we are studying about a robotic surgery and how this surgery is used for minimum surgical instrument. Rather than using a lot of instruments, this type of surgery uses a minimum instruments, which gives a better picture. And this is because it has happened after a lot of advancement in our technology, in our education, and therefore people started studying and they got to know how to operate or control this robots.
Okay, before we move ahead, this robotic surgery is not the robot. You all see in this picture that I have, it's just beside the textbook matter. This particular robotic surgery are the machines that do the work of the doctors. Okay, and in the next slide you all will see that there are doctors who see according, they can control the machine accordingly, and so they can give a deep and good picture. Okay, so this robotic surgery that is there, we see that it is very helpful, because if there is any critical conditions, we can just have a look, the robotic surgeons can just have a look and it will give us a good picture. It is not the robot, that robot is been converted by machines, and that machines do the work of human beings. You all must be thinking, okay, robot is coming and doing the work. No, the robotic is a name is given for these machines who are like robots. Okay, and but it is operated and it is controlled by um, the doctors. And one more thing about Da Vinci is that he was he was a person who was very much interested in science and inventions, and therefore his one of his important invention was this robotic surgery, where the doctors, even if there are any complications, they can make use of this robotic surgery, the machine.
Let's move ahead. While looking through a stereoscopic high definition monitor, the robot literally places the surgeon inside the patient's. This gives him a better, more detailed 3D view of the operating site than the surgeon eye can provide. So as shown in the picture, you all can see there is a robotic surgery happening, and we see that these two doctors are sitting and they are observing what is inside that patient's body, and there are four doctors over there. Two doctors are sitting on that equipment where they can get a good picture, and one is operating, and the second one is showing the detail where exactly that unhealthy part is there. Every movement he makes with the master's control is replicated accurately by the robot. Replicated means made an exact copy. When necessary, the surgeon can even change the scale of the robot's movement. If he selects a 3:1 scale, the tip of the robot's arms will move just 1 inch for every 3 inches that the surgeon hands move. So these two of them who are sitting, they can operate, they can see exactly what is happening, and accordingly they can have a movement accordingly to them. They can operate that robot. Okay, as shown in the previous picture, that type of machines where they can control a particular movement, when to go inside, and this proper robot machine can help to give a good picture to the doctor, so that whatever is happening inside the intestine, inside the body, our eyes cannot see, but the machines are now being replaced, and the machines are doing the work of what we used to do earlier, and these machines help us to give a good picture for the surgeries. Utilizing this advanced technology, our surgeons are able to perform a growing number of complex surgical procedures. Now, who are these surgeons? Surgeons are the doctors who are practiced, who know about various surgeries. Okay, and because of this advancement, because of this technologies, we can perform a number of complex surgical procedures. Since these procedures can now be performed through very small incisions, our patients experiences a number of benefits compared to the open surgery of the past. So if you all compare today's surgery as compared to the previous, during the past times, during the ancient times, we see that there is a vast difference. During past we did not have that advanced technologies and machines, but now we are developing ourselves to adapt everything. We are learning new device, we are learning new instruments, how to use new equipments. The doctors learn how to use this specific instruments, equipment, so that they can, so that it can be helpful for them during complication. If there are complications in the patients, this type of machines will be helpful and can save the patient's life. So in this very beautiful lesson, we we got to know about what had happened in the past and over the period, how technology has advanced and it is helpful for us in our day-to-day basis. And also it is very important to know, my dear students, that every change that has taken place till now, it has its own effects. It has negative effects also and positive effects also. But as youth, as today's children, we need to know how to use this type of advancement, this type of technologies, so that we don't fall into trouble. And always, even teachers and our parents tell us to be careful while using any equipment which we are not familiar with, because it can harm us and we can hurt ourselves. Okay, so these types of advancement, now we have got this robotic surgeons where it does the work of a robot, but it is the doctor who is operating that. The doctor will come to know where exactly which part is the default part, and accordingly can give the treatments. So I hope you all understood this lesson. Thank you so much. Take care. Have a nice day. Stay safe and don't harm and hurt yourself. Okay? Because all the doctors are busy with our pandemic, that is COVID-19. And if you all go there in the hospital harming yourself, hurting yourself, then it will be a great trouble to your parents. So I request everyone to stay home, stay safe, and don't hurt and harm each other. Okay? Thank you.